Hi, this is Dr. Suresh Kumar Mandala from SR University, Department of CSC. In this video, we will discuss about the searching algorithms. In the previous video, we discussed about the linear search. Now we will discuss about in this video, we will discuss about the binary search algorithm. Okay, this is the completed topic. Now we will discussing about the binary search concept. So before start the discussion, so first we see the definition. What is meant by binary search? Binary search is an efficient algorithm that repeatedly divides a sorted array in a off to find a target value. So what is meant by off? What is the dividing? What is the off array? We will see now. Within the given array, using the binary search concept, if you want to find out the target value is presented in the or not, the array will be divided into the half of the part. Within the half of the part, they will search for the target value is presented or not. How it will be searched? If the target value is the greater than or less than the middle of the element, it move to the left side or right side based on the condition. How this condition will be applied, now we will see with the example. This one is the example we are having. Using this example, we will discuss about the how this algorithm will be applied. So this is the techniques we are having. This is the array representation. Total we are having 15 values. Total we are having 15 values within this array. So how this will be executed in the binary search algorithm? The what is the starting step is within the array all the element must and should be in a sorted manner. See this example, all the elements in a sorted manner 4, 5, 10, 15 up to 98, all the element is sorted. That is the step 1. If the unsorted element, we cannot apply this binary search algorithm. If you want to apply the binary search algorithm in any array, first we have to execute the sorting algorithm on the particular array. Then after only we go for the binary search concept. How it will be work, we see with a neat example. See this example. So this is the example we are having. So we have the two variable totally in this program. To understand about the binary search algorithm, we'll have the three variables. One is a low variable, second one is a middle variable, third one is the higher variable. So what purpose we are using these variables? Now we will discuss. So in the low variable will be identify the starting index of the array. So what is the starting index of the array? Start with the 0. And the higher where will be store the last index of the value. What is the last index of the last index of in this array is? First we have to identify the index value. Starting index will be identified with 0, next 1, next 2, next 3, next 4, next 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These are the index value of a array. Total we are having the 15 values. The 15 values, the index will be start with the 0 and ended with the 14. The low variable will be stored the starting value 0. The high will be storing the index value as a last index value, that is 14. 14. To get the result of the middle value, we have to add the lower index value plus and higher index value. We divide by 2, then we will get the middle index value. So to add that one, lower value is the 0 plus higher value is the 14. Then what is the answer we will get? 14 by 2. When you're doing this one, we'll get the answer called as a 7. We call it as a 7. The index of the 7 number will be treated as a middle value. This is the concept about this thing. After identifying the middle value, then we start the comparison in algorithm. So for example, assume that the target variable is the target variable is the target variable is assume that is 20. 20 value is presented within the this array or not, we have to check. So first, after identifying the middle value index value, then we start the comparison. 35 is equal to the 20 or not, we will compare. So if the 35 is equal to the targeted value, then we will return that target value is found. If the 35 is the not equal to the target value, next step we have to check the two conditions. That condition is two conditions we have to check. What is the first condition? If the target value is the less than the if the target value is the here the target value is 20 and 35 is not equal to the target value. So we will compare the two conditions. The target value is the greater than the middle value or less than the middle value, we have to compare. In this example, 20 is the target value, 35 is the middle value. 35 is the, see here, 35 we are having, here we are having 35. 35 is the middle value. So your target value 20 is the less than the middle value 35. Less than the middle value 35, target value 20. So the comparison will be start from the left side of the middle value. They will not concentrate about the right side. That is the thing. So here what happening compared to the linear search? Here half of the array we are not comparing the for the target value. So what is the advantage if we are not comparing the half of the array? What is the advantage we will get? The time will be, the execution time will be more faster compared to the linear search. That is the advantage we are having. After identifying the target value is less than the middle value, then we have the some steps to modify. Within that, we have to identify the lower value. The lower value is the starting value already is identified. Then we have to identify the middle value. It will be act as a last index value. Again, within this lower and higher value, again we have to find out the middle value. Again we have to find out the middle value. How it find out? Like the previous one only, we have to identify what is the lower index, that is the 0. What is the higher index here? That is the 7. So plus 7. Already the higher, the middle value becomes the here higher index, that is the 7 only. So 0 plus 7 and by 2. What is the answer we will get? 3.5. In the C language, when you are getting the 3.5, it will be treated as a 3 only. What is the index of the 3 will be treated as a middle value. This starting indexes 0, 1, 2 and 3. This 3 index will be treated as a 15 as a middle value. The middle value will be treated. After identifying the middle value, what we have to do? Again, we have to compare the 15, the middle value 15 is equal to the targeted value. What is the targeted value? Target value is the 20. We have to do the comparison. 50 is equal to 20? No, the target value is not match. Then what we have to do? Again, we have to compare next two step. The target value is greater than or less than the middle value or not. So then we start the comparison. 20 is the greater than the 15 or less than the 15. 20 is the greater than the 15. So we move to the right side of the array. When we move into the right side of the array, the middle value becomes as a lower value. The middle value becomes as a lower value. The higher value, it will be act as a last index value. Then after within these two also we have to identify the again middle value like previous how we are identified. What is the index value of the 15 is 3. What is the index value higher is the 7. When to identify the middle value, how to identify the middle value? Like previous one, here 3 plus 7 by 2. What is the answer? We will get 10 by 2. Means what is the middle value? We will get the 5. 5 is the middle value, index value. This is a 3 and this one is the 4 and this one is the 5. 20 by 5 will be identified as the middle value. After identifying the middle value, what we have to do? 25 is equal to the targeted value or not, we have to check. Now check 25 is equal to the 20. No, that is a wrong answer. Then what we have to do? Again, we have to compare two conditions. The target value is the greater than or less than the 25 or not, we have to check. The target value is 20. 20 is the greater than the 25 or less than the 25. The 20 is the less than the 25. So we have to move the searching for the left side of the middle value. Then after we start the searching here. The lower value is 15, higher value is 25. Then the middle value will be identified as 20. Like previous, how we are identify the middle value, like that in the every step we have to identify the middle value. After identifying the middle value, we start the comparison. The middle value 20 is equal to the equal target value. What is the target value? 20. Yes, the condition is true. The element is found. This is the process to identify the targeted value. Okay, if you want to compare the how many comparisons we are completed to identify the target value. First 35 is the one comparison, next 15 is the one comparison, second comparison, and 25 is the third comparison, 20 is the fourth comparison. Only four comparisons only we are identified the targeted keyword. But if, for example, if you are identifying the with the linear search, how many comparison we are start? For example, 20 will, if the, for example, 20 is just presented in the starting. For example, assume that 20 will be presented in the within the this 40 position. Within the 40 position, how many comparisons we needed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 comparison we needed. So here only four comparisons only we are identifying the target value. To better understanding, we take the one more target value called as a 58. Now we will take the target value as a 58 to better understand. Coming to the linear search, to identify the 58, how many comparisons we needed? 11. The index value is 11 means total 12 comparisons we needed to identify the target value 15. Each comparison will take the time consuming process. If you are taking the 12 comparison means 12 units of the time is wasting for the execution. That is a slow. Is there any chance to reduce that comparison? Then the program will be executed faster. So that concept will be achieved using this binary search concept. What is the procedure? So now I am explaining with the target value 58. So as usual, the lower value is the 0, higher value is the 15. Then the middle value will be identified, that is 35. 35 is what is the thing? First step we have to do. The middle value is the equal to the target value or not, we have to check. 35 is equal to the 58. No, if the condition false, what we have to do? What is the second step we are having? The target value is greater than or less than, we have to check. The 58 target value is the less than the 35 or greater than the 35, that is a greater than the 35. So it will move to the right side. After moving the right side, what we have to do? We have to change the lower value as well as the higher value. What becomes here? The higher value, as usual, the higher value is the 14 we will have. There is a no change. But here middle value becomes as a lower value. Middle value becomes as a lower value. Then after this, what is the index of the middle value? 7. 7 plus 14, what is the value we will get? 7 plus 14, 21 by 2. What is the answer we will get? 10.5. 10.5 means the index value treated as a 10. Here what is the index value of the 10 here? The 50 will be identified as a middle value. After identifying the middle value 50, what is the steps we have to do? The target value, middle value is equal or not, we have to check. 50 is equal to the 58? No. Then after, what is the second condition? The target value is less than or greater than. The 58 is a greater than the 50. It moved to the, again, the right side of the middle value. After moving the 58, Again the 58 becomes as a middle value. Then we will start the comparison. Here how many, the 58 is equal to 58? Yes, condition is true. How many comparison here we are getting? The first comparison is the 35, second comparison is the 50, third comparison only 58 is identified. How many comparisons we are identifying? Only 3 comparisons only we are identifying the targeted value. So, but if you are going for the linear search, how many comparisons it will be it will take? It will start the comparison from the 4. 58 is equal to the 4? No. Then 58 is equal to the 5? No. 58 equal to the 10? No. 58 equal to the 15? Like sequentially one after one, they will start the comparison to identify the values. So up to reach the 58, they needed the 12 comparison. In the 12th comparison, the target value will be identified. This is the procedure will be followed linear search. So 12 comparison means very high time for the find out in the particular target value. Here using the binary search only within the 3 comparison means it will execute in a very fast execution compared to the linear search. So now we will see this is a procedure. Now we will see the algorithm, how it will be written. So if you want to write any programming language, we have the some step. First we have to create the algorithm, then after pseudocode, then after coding. This is the normal procedure to the way of writing the code. First I am writing the algorithm, how it will be start here. This is the algorithm. Step 1. What they are saying in the step 1, start with 2 pointers, low and high, that represent the current search range of the array. So when you are identify, if you are array having the 50 of element, 50 of the elements within the array, then we have to identify the what is the starting index and what is the last index. These two values we have to identify. That purpose we are declaring the low and high. Then after, what is the thing they are displaying here? Next they are displaying the while loop. Then after they are displaying the while loop. Here while they are giving the some conditions. What is the condition they are giving? Low is less than or equal to the high. Up to that the while loop will be rotated, iterated to complete the task, to find out the particular element. After executing this thing, what is the low value? Initially low value is the 0 compared to this previous example. Then high value is the 14. Then what is the thing? Low is the less than or equal to the 14. Yes, condition is true. Then it will be enter into the calculate. Calculate the middle index. So what we are discussing the previous example, every time after identifying the low value and after identifying the last index value, based on these two values we have to identify the middle index value. How it will be identified? Simple normal formula. Normal formula we are using. Low is the 0 and plus high is the 14. 0 plus 14 we are using the concept by 2. Then we will immediately get the middle value, that is the 7. 7 will be stored within the middle. So after identifying the 7 middle value, what we are going to discuss it in the previous example, we will start the comparison with the middle value with the target value. That thing will be written in this index value. If the target value is the at the mid index, return mid. If the target value is the mid index, so equal, if it is equal, then return the mid value, the element is found. If the target value is not match, what they are doing, if the target value is less than the value at mid band, adjust the high and mid value. So such the left off. So if the target value is the what they are trying to saying in this line, if the target value is the less than the middle value, what we have to do? We have to change the last element to the middle element. That thing here saying. If the target value, what is the next step they are saying? Next step what they are saying, if the target value is greater than, then what value we have to change? We have to change the starting index to the right side of the index, middle value. That two things we have to remember while writing the code. These are the 3 steps is the most important step. After find out that this all the things, if the target value is not found, then it will be written the -1. This is the thing there will be happen within the algorithm. Next, this is the pseudocode sample, rough code about the programming language. Within this pseudocode, we are declaring the binary search function. Within the binary search function, we are having the two parameters, array and target. Array and target. Within the AR, all the values will be presented. That is the array representation. If you are having the 10 values, 10 values presented within the ARR. If you are having within the array 50 values, the total 50 values will be present in the ARR. Next, the target. The target value will be presented to which element you want to search in a particular array. That value we call it as a target value. Next, we have to identify, as earlier we discussed, that always low is always starting, it will be the 0 index only, the starting index. To identify the high index, we have to identify the length of the array. When you are identifying the length of the array, we'll take the -1. If you are having the 10 elements in your array, what is the index of the last element? Always -1 only, 9. Why? Because the array index will be started from the 0. Because of that, the array index, the last index will be the size of the -1 only. The high value will be stored here. Next step, what we are going? While condition. While condition, low less than or equal to high. What is the low value? 0. High values assume that 14. Up to this, the condition, the while loop will be rotated to find out the targeted value. The mid equal to, how they are calculating to calculate the mid. So in the previous example only we saw low plus high. What is the low value? 0 plus high. What is the high value? 14. So 0 plus 14 by 2, 7. The middle value is a 14. So after identifying the middle value is the 7. So low plus a 14 by 2, 7 we will get. That 7 will be stored within the mid value. After editing the mid value index value 7, then they will start the comparisons here. If ARR of mid, what is the mid value? 7. ARR of mid 7 is target values both are the equal, then return the mid value. The return mid value. If not match, what we have to do? Next step, the target value is the less than or equal to the mid value, then we change the low value, else we have to change the high value. These two conditions already we discussed. If the mid value is the less than the target value, what we have to do? The mid value is the less than the target value, we have to adjust the low value, mid plus 1, else the high value we have to adjust, or else if the target value is not matched, it will be written -1. This is a procedure. Now we will see the code. So we have the Python code here, as well as a C language code we are having, and C++ code we are having, as well as a Java coding we are having. We will explain this 4 language code to understand the programming language. Then we will also execute sample code in our online compiler. How to execute? First we see the program using the C language. By using the C language, this is the total code will be related to the C language only. In the C language, where the function will be, where the control will be start for the execution, any language the program execution will be start from the main method. Program execution will be start from the main method. Within the main method, we declare the array size. Within the array, we initialized some values. What we saw in the previous example. Same values we are inserted here. What we saw in this example, same values will be inserted in the array. 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 58, 65, 80, 90. These values, 15 values will be inserted within the array. Then after what purpose we are writing this function? This function is used to identify the how many number of elements are presented in the array. How it will be do? In the C language, we have the predefined function called as a size of function. This size of function is used to identify the size of a particular data type variable. If you are declaring the integer variable, then it will be written the size of is a 2 byte. Assume that. If you are declare the character, how much size it will be occupied, it will return the 1 byte. If you are if you want to know the size of the float variable, when you write size of the float variable, it will return the 4 bytes of the memory. Like that one. Here it will return the size of the array. What is the size of the array? How many elements we are having? Total in this we are having 15 elements. So count it: 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Total 15 variables we are presenting. Assume that integer is occupying 2 bytes of the memory. Then 15 into 2 means total 30 bytes. The size of will be written by the 30 bytes. Next, after by, we are using the by symbol here. Here size of array of 0. Only it will be identifying what is the size of the starting index value, that is 4. Only single value they are asking about the size of. It will be written 2. It will be written 2. If you are assuming integer occupied 2 bytes of the memory, it will be written 2. What is the 30 by 2? What is the answer we will get? 15. This 15 will be stored where? Within the size variable. Within the size variable, the 15 value will be stored. This 15 indicate the number of element presented in the array. Then after what we are declaring, also then after we are declaring int target equal to 25. This variable will be declaring. Then after we are declaring the int result variable. Within the result variable, we are calling the binary search function with 3 parameters. What is this 3 parameter? What is the function name we are writing here? Binary search is the function name. Within this function, we are having the 3 parameters. One is ARR, second one is the size, third one is the target variable. What this ARR consisting of? ARR array will be consisting of these all the 15 values will be having. What is the size consisting? Size consisting about the 15 number. What is the target will containing? 25 value will be containing by the target value. These three parameters will be passed to the called function. This is a function called binary search. We are calling that function. This control from jump from this style to this line to the called function, that will jump to this call function. Within this called function, the function name also same binary search, and the return type of the function is the integer. Return type of the function is the integer. This int ARR value will be stored with the all the values of 4, 5, 10, 15. What is the values we are having? This total values will be stored within the ARR. Int size will be stored with the 15. The target will be stored with the 25. So these values will be passed here from the binary search function call to this one. And after entering this binary search function, the int low variable will be assigned with the 0, that is the starting index of the array. Next, high value will be indicate size minus 1. What is the size? 15. 15 minus 1, 14. The high value will be initialized with the 14. Next, we are comparing the while condition. What is the low value? 0. 0 less than or equal to high, 14. Yes, condition is true. Next, int mid value. We have to identify what is the next step we saw in the previous example only. We have to identify the middle value. How to identify the middle value? So this is some tricky coding you are writing. What is the high value? 14. 14 minus 0. 14 minus 0. What is the value we will get? 14 only. After getting the 14, what is the low value? Low plus 14? 14 only. By 2, 7. The mid value will be stored with the 7 value. Then after we start the comparison. ARR of mid. ARR of mid 7 is equal to target value. What is the target value? 25. What is the ARR of 7 value? How to identify the ARR of 7 value? Here I am writing the index value. I am not having any place here. So same values we are presenting in this also. So we am writing the index value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These are the index value of the value. What is the middle index we are having? 7. What is the middle index ARR of 7? ARR of 7, what is the value we are having within the 7? That is 35. Now start the comparison. 35 is equal to 25? No. Then what we have to do? We have to go for the else statement. So AR of mid 35 is equal to no, it will go for the else statement. Else if ARR mid is 7, 35 is less than the 25, 35 is less than the 25, no, then it will give the else statement. Else statement we have to adjust the last index value high equal to mid minus 1. So then we will adjust here, mid minus 1 we will adjust. Then after control from jumping from this line to the again while loop. Now tell me what is the low value? 0. Then what is the high value? Tell me here. We don't get the 14. Here we are changing the high value. What is the mid value? 7. 7 minus 1. What is the thing we will get? 6. 6. Here high value with the value will be stored with the 6. Okay. 0 less than or equal to 6. Condition is true. When the condition is true, where the 6 is pointing? Here 6 is pointing here. What is the low is pointing? Low is pointing into here. So 0, 6, low and high. Then what is the middle point coming from here to there? The control is going from here to this while loop. Then into mid again we have to calculate. To calculate the mid, what is the thing we will identify? Here high value is the 6 and low value is the 0. 6 minus 0, 6, 6 by 2, 3. The low value is the 0 and the answer is the 3. What is the index value? The mid value of this one is the 15. Now again compare. AR of mid 15 is equal to the 25? No. Then again control goes to the this line to the else if condition. Again AR of mid 15. 15 is less than or equal to the 25? Yes. Now we are changing the low value. In the previous example we are changing the high value. Now we are changing the low value. What is the low value? What is the mid value? 3. 3 plus 1. What is the 3 plus 1? 20. 20 is becomes as a low value and 30 will be becomes as a high value. Within that again it will be go further from this line to the this low line to the again it will go for the while loop. What is the low value now? 4. 4. What is the high value? 6. So 6 4 is less than or equal to 6. Condition is true. Now identify the again you have to identify the middle value. You have to identify the middle value. How to identify mid value? Low value is the 4, high value is the 6. What is the 10 by 2? 5. The middle value is the 5. What is the middle value here? 25. After 25 condition check. If ARR of mid 25 is equal to the 25, yes, condition is true. When the condition is true, the return mid value. What is the mid value we are having? 5. It will return from this control to the same where the function call is happened. The control jump for here. The result will be stored with the mid value call as a 5. Then result, if result what is the value we are having? 5. 5 not equal to minus 1? Yes, condition is true. Printf element found at index 5. This is the C language program execution. The similarly how the C language will performing. Similarly we will have the C++ also. This is the C++ coding we are having. Here also main method, starting from the main method only we are having the total execution. Here int array will be presented. Int array will be presented. Same values we are took and same index value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These are the index number of the values. In that, what is the starting index? That is a low value is always starting from the 0 only. 0 only it will be identified. What is the last index? 14. What purpose we are writing this line? Int size. So how many elements are presented in the array? To identify that thing, we are writing this program. Int size of will be written. Int size of will be written by the total size of the array. Next size of array is a single digit value size that will be written. Then we will get the answer call as a 15. Then what is the next target value is the 25. Next, what is the thing we are doing here? In int result, binary search function is calling with the three parameter array, size and target. Function call will be happen here. The control is jump from this line to the this line. All the values assigned by the array and size and target will be, these three parameter will be assigned with the specified values. Then after control enter into the inner function. Inner function control will be enter here. Inner function the control will be enter here. Then after they go for the while loop. While low less than or equal to high, low is the 0, less than or equal to high condition will be checked. Next it will go for the mid value. Int mid equal to low plus high, it will be written the 7 index as we saw the in the previous program, previous C language. Same thing will be happened here. Total, then after lastly it will be written mid value as the 5. It will be written to the from the here to it will be written to the targeted value, and result will be stored the fifth index, and with the cout will be used here. The result 5 not equal to the -1, the element is found at the index. This is a C program explanation similar to the C language only. Then we will see the Java. In the Java also, the program will be started within the main method. Coming to the C++, the main method will be declared as a int main. Coming to the Java, we have some extra keyword called as a public, static, and void main, and predefined one parameter called as a string args. And similar example we are declaring array declaration, and target also same, int result also same. The in this, what is the change we are having? It is we are having only, we are passing the two parameters only, we are passing to the particular binary search tree. We are passing the only that thing. Why? Because in the C language we are passing the three variable, that is a size. In the Java we know we don't require that variable. Directly we have the predefined function to identify that. Here int low is identified as initialized with 0, high will be array dot length -1. We have the predefined method called as a length function. It internally identify the how many elements, what is the length of the array will be identified. After identifying that, we will do the -1 to identify the last index that will be stored within the high. So same while loop condition, same mid value condition, if condition, all the things are the same similar to the C++. That is the procedure we are having. Coming to the Python. In the Python also, here we in the Python, we don't have the integer or anything. What type of the values we are storing, that variable will become as a that type. Next target we are declaring, enter is a binary search, int if result, then it will be print from here to array, it will go for the this. In this Python, the function declaration is different. We use the keyword call as a def. Using the def keyword, we declare the function, and this colon is the mandatory in the C language. The array value will be initialized with all the values 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Like that, the values will be printed. Next, low is equal to 0, high equal to identify the length -1. Next, while loop, while low less than or equal to high. Next, we will discuss the middle value. The middle value will be calculated using the low plus high by 2. Next, we will start the comparison with the mid value. The mid value is equal to the target value. Then it will be written the mid value. Otherwise, it will be changed the things. Else if will be EF. This else statement will be added. This colon also mandatory. In the every condition, this colon is the mandatory. Compared to the C++, Java, Python is the little bit different coding we are having. but the way of writing logic is the same. We are changing the low value here. If the mid value is the less than the target value, similarly we are changing in the how we are changing in the C language. How we are changing in the C language. Same thing we are changing in the Python also. If the target value is the mid value is greater than, then we are changing the high value here. Here now we are changing the high value here. This is the normal procedure how we are writing. If the value, this procedure will be continued until to identify the targeted value at its midpoint. Then it will be returned to the same value similar to the C, C++, Java, and it will be stored with the number will be stored with the result, and it will be compared, and the element is found, it will be displayed. This is a procedure thing we are having in the binary search concept. If you have any queries, please free in a comment box. I will explain the things in depth also. Thank you everyone. This is a concept about the binary search within the four languages. Four languages we discussed: C, C++, Java, and Python. So this is a total pseudocode programming algorithm. This is the algorithm. This is the program total explanation. This is the definition. This is the definition we are having. If you are having any questions, feel free to us. So this programming language in the binary search, if you observe the main thing will be happening to changing the main thing will be happening within the changing this total. The target value will be finding at the midpoint only. The target value be identifying the midpoint only with the we are returning the mid value index value, then we will getting the proper result. This is the thing. Okay, within that, if you are having one more question also, sir, how to read this value? So now we will execute this program in the online in the different manner. In the online, we will execute the C++ program as well as a C program. We have the different environment. Just I am making the copy here, Control C. Again I am opening. So in market we are having the online, so many online C compiler, Java compiler. First I am using the C compiler to execute the program. So this is a C compiler. Just within the PPT, what code I written, that code will be copied here. I am copying, and just I am selecting this one, I am pasting here. The total program is copy paste here, and just I am running. What is the element target index? Find at the 15. Index at the 5, the target value found. Sir, I don't want to I want to know the exactly target value, sir, instead of the 5. So then what we have to write here? We have to write the one more line here. Printf element is equal to percentage %d, comma, ARR result. I written that is a ARR result and semicolon. Just wait a minute. So we are compiling it again. So error else. Oh, so if you are writing the two statement, we have to declare the opening and closing braces. Then after only it will execute. This is the basic steps. So element 25 is found. Okay, instead of this, first line will be displaying the where the exact element is found, the index value. The second line is used to displaying the what is the element. Sir, I don't want to store initialize the values, sir. I want to read the values from the keyboard. Then how it will be passed? It will be possible using the for loop condition. Using the for loop condition, you have to read the values from the keyboard. That is a one more thing. Sir, I want the target value is presented on the keyboard. Then how to write? So I'm removing the 25. I'm removing the 25. I'm writing here code printf enter which value you want to search. Just write the value and enter. Next we use the method called as a scanf. Using the scanf we have to write comma and percentage target. Then it will ask us. See, now I am compiling. So here asking enter which. So similarly I am writing the 25 only. Then enter is the found. Okay. Sir, give the other example. You we may ask the question like, sir, give me the other example. So now what is the 25 is now I want to target the value called as a 80. 80. So what is the index of the element is found at the index number 30. Sir, give me the other number which are not presented in the array. Okay, I will give that value also. So what is the value I am giving? 4, 5, 10, 15. I am giving 120. 120 is presented within this array? No. Element is not found. Okay. Next we will see the one more example called as a this is the online compiler we are having. Next we will compile with the one more C++ compile. I am leaving this one. So next we will write the C++ compiler. With the same compiler C++ I am opening. I am opening with the C++. The C++ code also presented with us. This is the total C++ program and just Control C, copy we are using. So this is a C++ code we are having. Just we are done the copy paste coding here. Copy paste coding here. Then we are executing this file. Okay. We are running this file. The C++. Next we will see the code about the Java. We'll see the code about the Java. Control C. For that purpose, we will go for the Java online compiler. Java online compiler. Anything we will take. Edit it and compile. Error. Class name. So here public class should be declared is a file name as a in this Java you have to think that when you are writing the Java program the class name and the file name must and should be the same. Here we are having the binary search class so it will not execute. So we have to change into the class name as a main. So in the online compiler the class name is always main. So element is found. So all programs are executed programs only. If you are having any doubt, you can feel free to ask. The last one we have to execute is Python programming. Online Python compiler. Same way we will use this one. This is a Python program. Control A, Control C. Control A, Control V. So that's simply we are running the program. In val 6 Python where we have this will not work here. Online compiler. So check it is syntax here low invalid syntax maybe you made double quotes. low high element found at the 50th index. Okay, this is the thing procedure. You have to execute any programming language in 4 language models. 4 language: C, C++, binary search. I think everyone understood this programming concept very well. So someone asking about the C++. The C++, how to read the values. In the C language we did that is so scanf. In the C++ we have the output call as a cin. Instead of C scanf we will use the cin program to read the values. Okay, thank you one and all. Thank you one and all. Next we will discuss the another topic.